Alright guys, Dan Bidondi. I'm going to try this again. I've been trying to do a live broadcast for a couple hours now, and depending on the area I'm in, it's just been cutting in and out. So wait for somebody to log on here just to make sure I'm broadcasting. Alright, here we go. So I am live. Alright, here we go. What's up, Nadia? So anyway, let me start here. What's going on, Robert? I just want to make sure people were watching, because I tried to broadcast early today and it kept cutting out. All kinds of things were happening. So I want to start off right here today. May 14th of 2018 marks the 70th anniversary that Israel became a nation again. And now we all know there's corruption in Israel. There's fake Jews and there's the real Jews. The Zionists are the fake ones, the Rothschild, the World Banking Cartel, and all that. But however, Israel, yeah, there was a lot of controversy of Israel becoming a nation again, absolutely. But it's biblical prophecy. And the thing is, prophecy, when it's marked, it doesn't matter what part of it comes, you know what I mean, like if it's on the evil side or the good side, the Bible did prophesy this to happen. And also Israel, okay, opening today on the 70th anniversary, opening today the embassy for the United States of America, and I watched the ceremony, and they acknowledged that President Trump was the first president who actually come through with his promise. You had back there's Reagan, from the Bushes to Clinton, Obama, all saying we're going to move the embassy to Jerusalem, and they never did it. So President Trump was the first one in record time too. Look how quick that was. He announced this, what, last year, and already, right on the 70th anniversary of Israel, they had a grand opening today of this embassy and all that. So a lot of stuff is playing into prophecy, and a lot of people need to understand this. And Jerusalem, you know, regardless how Israel became a state, okay? I'm not talking about the elite scumbag who founded Israel, okay? The Rothschild, who were fake Jews. You need to understand the difference between the real Jews and the fake Jews, okay? The Bible explains this, and the Torah explains this vividly, okay? They clearly explain this, what this means. And the fake Jews are the people, the elitists, who claim to be Jews, but they're not. So so let's get that out of the way before people start calling me a Zionist shill, because I don't support Zionism. I support Israel, the Jews, the real God's people, the real Jews, okay? Not the fake Jews called Zionists, okay? So let's get that out of the way. So Israel was prophesied to become a nation again, and it did. And now we're talking about the third temple. Now, both sides of biblical prophecy, or the Illuminati side and the Bible side, have the third temple needs to be rebuilt. There's no doubt about that. It needs to be rebuilt, and all the framework's already been fabricated. They got everything from the walls to the ceilings all fabricated, ready to go. They said they could have this temple up within a matter of a month or two, literally a month, 2 or 3 months the most. They said they could have this third temple up, and they are waiting for that green light to go ahead and go with this temple. Now, this all relates to biblical prophecy back again, and Illuminati prophecy. They know that their temple, okay, the elite, the world's elite, the New World Order, know to bring forth their king, their world chancellor, which is what we call the Antichrist. They need that third temple to be rebuilt, because that's where he takes his throne as the king of this planet. You know what I mean? The ruler or world chancellor, whatever the United Nations decides to call him, okay? He will be adorned by the Pope, which the Pope is the false prophet of the end times. He will be adorned by him. That's why the Pope, with the United Nations, has already set up the official one world religion, the ecumenical system, that all religions are all part of. And real people of God know it's all bull. Real people of God know this ain't a thing of God. This world peace they're preaching is death, okay? This world peace is not freedom at all. So all that being said, we're witnessing biblical prophecy come true right now. And you got the Palestinians who are butthurt. They can't stand the fact that Jerusalem belongs to Israel. Regardless how you feel about the Israeli government, that's your choice, your prerogative. But the Bible declares that Jerusalem is the Jews. There's no mistaking about it. And here's the whole good thing about this too. There's not a damn thing that Palestinians or anybody in the whole planet could do about it. Every nation, this is how assured that God's promise is, okay? Every nation right now could aim and shoot all their nukes all over Israel right now. Not one hair upon her head will be touched, guaranteed. Because that's God's promise to us. He said he will make Israel a cup of trembling to the world, and not one hair upon her head will be touched. So people could get butthurt all they want. The Muslims could pull their little tantrums and all that. The Islamic religion of peace, you know, the satanic religion created by the Catholic Church, they could pull all their tantrums they want. The Palestinians could do what they want. The point is, Jerusalem belongs to the Jews. Plain and simple. There's nothing nobody can do about it. And it's going to stay that way. That's God's promise. That's God's prophecy that cannot be debunked nor stopped. Plain and simple. So we're going to come out with more news tonight as things unfold and everything else is going on. So far, over 50 Palestinians were killed, but the media's not shown how they were actually attacking the embassy, throwing rocks, causing violence over there. So the Israeli guards had to defend the embassy. But they won't show that part, though. And, you know, I mean, it's disgusting. And, yeah, both sides are equally guilty. I'm not taking sides with that part, but, I mean, like, both sides, there's two sides of the story, and both parts are equally guilty. So don't, you know, get wrapped up in emotions. Oh, the Palestinians, oh, you know, the poor Palestinians. No, you don't have no idea what the Palestinians do. They've been doing this stuff for thousands of years. It goes back to Shamgar, okay, back in the biblical days, when he had to kill 400 of them by himself because they're overwhelming and oppressing the Jews. So this goes back thousands of years, folks. Nothing new here. So you need to understand both sides of the story, and the overall picture is the biblical side of it. And the biblical side of it cannot be debunked. It cannot be stopped or altered. It's going to happen, plain and simple. Israel, Jerusalem belongs to the Jews, okay? It's going to be the capital from here and for the rest of time. It's going to be their capital. It's not a damn thing that nobody can do about it. And I say that with pure confidence because that's what God said. And yes, we know the elitists who run Israel, Rothschild, fake Jews and all that, they are fake Jews. They're not real Jews, by the way. And they belong to the synagogue of Satan. That's exactly what the Bible says. But you got real Jews who belong to that real bloodline in Israel right now, that's their land. That's the land that God promised them. And all of us are God's people. If we choose to follow him, he will give us the same promise. You know what I mean? And he does through his son, Yeshua, Messiah, Jesus Christ. And through the blood of the Lamb. So anyway, guys, I'm going to come back on later. I'm going to see what's going on now. I'm going to go look up updates and everything else. But this is biblical stuff coming true. The third temple will be rebuilt. They got it all fabricated. It's ready to go. The walls, the ceilings, the rabbis, the statues. Everything's all picked out and ready to go. They got it all fabricated. They can have this thing up in a matter of months, easily. And they already got some of the green lights. They're waiting for the big green light now. So just stay tuned because things are going to get very interesting soon. I mean, you had the biblical astrology prophecy of the Revelations 10 prophecy happened last year. All these things have happened rapidly now. Unreal. Everything from the astrological events to the biblical earthly portions of it. This is all unfolding rapidly. I mean, now it's like to come to the point where you actually can't keep up because it's just happening rapidly now. And as the Bible said, it would happen just like that. Slowly but surely, like birth pains explain, and as a mother gets closer to giving birth, the contraptions get more and more and less apart, and until boom, the baby's born. That's what you're seeing right now. Biblical prophecy 101 happening right before our faces, folks. Just turn on the news, you can see it for yourself. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. Anyway, guys, I'll be back on later. God bless. All right, guys, right before I go here, I forgot to mention, too, about Damascus. This is all part of the biblical prophecy to do with Israel and everything else. I mentioned the third temple going up. Jerusalem will continue to be the capital of Israel. This is all biblical prophecy. The embassy opening up in Israel, and all this has got to do with prophecy and fulfillment of biblical prophecy. And Trump, being a Christian, knows this stuff. So all this stuff happening is biblical prophecy. Now, Damascus, what I forgot to mention in the video here, that's why I put the special segment on, Damascus will be destroyed. Why do you think all the attacks against Syria has been directed toward that land? Because Damascus, in the Bible states that Damascus will be leveled. I mean, completely destroyed, that nothing will be left. And that's equivalent to something like a nuclear bomb or something of that magnitude. So I wanted to put that in there too. And I'm going to come out with a more in-depth video with articles and everything else. Nice professional video here to explain all this stuff. But I just wanted to get this out now, being today is the 70th anniversary of Israel. Things could unfold overnight, literally. I could end this video right now with an hour. Something catastrophic, something big could unfold, because we are living in biblical times now. These things are happening like birth pains, like I explained. So anyway, guys, people on my Facebook, my Twitter, and my YouTube. Subscribe to me, TruthRadioShow.com, all my social media sites. And this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. God bless.